Hiya, I'm Jasper, and welcome to video review for the Super Mario Brothers movie. So, as always, I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the furry. To start off the furry, if you like... Nope, nope. Hiya, I'm Jasper, and welcome to your video review for the Super Mario Brothers movie. So, as always, I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the furry. To start off the furry, it's called the Super Mario Brothers movie, so Bowser makes an appearance, obviously, and Bowser is a turtle, and he has a turtle army, so there's lots of turtles, and there's lots of other things from the Super Mario Brothers movies and games and whatnot, so yeah, a lot of that. Moving on. So, I'm going to start off the bad with this movie. The bad, I think, objectively, is Peach's face. There is something wrong with Peach's face. The proportion of her eyeballs, where they sit, like, she looks like almost cross-eyed. Like, her eyeballs are the wrong shape, the wrong size. They are weird for the size of her head. The shape of her head and the size of her head are weird relative to the rest of her body and relative to everyone else's head-to-body ratio. So that is bad and honestly very distracting every time she's on the screen. And it's just like an uncanny valley thing that it's very, I don't like it. But anywho, other than that, I think this is a pretty good movie. It has Chris Pratt, Anna Taylor-Joy, Charlie Day, and Jack Black, some others. So it's voiced by all those people, and they do a really good job. I enjoyed it, and so in the Lego movie, which I also think had Chris Pratt, which is kind of funny, but so there's Legos were never really my thing, but there was a whole bunch of nods and just a whole bunch of funny things that they did with that movie using like the fact that they were using Legos. And in this movie, they were like, hey, we're in a video game movie, so we are going to make all the references to the video game. So there's a bunch of like side-scrolling like camera angles where they did some things, and there was like platforming, and just in general, it was a funny movie, and I think that they did a really good job of matching the video game to like the video game things to a movie storyline. That being said, so I think overall the quality of the movie, the quality of the writing, the music was really good. They had a whole bunch of the classic Super Mario theme songs and how they played them and how they integrated them was fun. And then they also had some good licensed music that I think was really recognizable and really used properly. So that was fun. But all that being said, I didn't enjoy it all that much. Like, I'd say that objectively, 2 thumbs up for this movie. Personally, I don't know what I wanted from this movie. The Super Mario Brothers games are usually that Bowser is capturing Peach, and lately it's to marry her, and he doesn't like Mario because he's in the way or whatever. And that's essentially the storyline of this one. And they do a really good job of that. But at the same time, that's literally the story, and the rest of it is kind of just nods to the other video games that are within, and the other characters and the other fun items and styles of things that are from all the various Super Mario Brothers games. So they do a good job of that, but at the same time, I don't have a special connection to the various Super Mario Brothers things. Like, I've played, I wouldn't say, I'd say a lot of the games. I'd say a fair number of the games. Not a whole lot of the, like, the tennis and the soccer ones, but a fair number of just the standard platforming ones. I've played a lot of those, but I just, I didn't care as much about seeing all that. I thought they did, the animation was good. It was a little funky because, like, Mario and Luigi have to match their video game design, if you will, but they were also set in the real world, and I felt like the other characters' dimensions and sizes and whatnot didn't quite match this Mario and Luigi's. Like, they were just a little too different. Like, I thought it was a little distracting, but mostly because I was just trying to see, like, okay, how are they similar and how are they different? And that's just a me personally thing. But the quality of the animation, I think, was really good. It's by Illumination, so the Despicable Me franchise people, along with some of the other really good-looking movies that have come out. So they know how to animate, and they do a good job. I just the storyline was a little basic for me, and I only had like a couple of chuckles out loud. The rest of it was just like, oh, that's kind of neat. Oh, that's kind of neat. Okay, yeah. Yep, okay, now they're going to do this thing, and it'll be wham bam, explosion, whoosh thing. Yeah, that'll be cool. So, yeah, and I'm sure that the people that are really into the Super Mario video games are just going to have miles of Easter eggs and things that they're like, oh, look at that tiny little thing in the background from that one scene that was on screen for like 5 seconds. That's from X game from 23 years ago that did blah, 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 and was famous for yada, yada, yada. I'm sure there's going to be a whole lot of that I missed. I'm sure I got a lot. Like, I definitely, like I said, I've played several of the games, and I got a lot of the references, and like, oh, I recognize that item or that block or whatever. So it's fun, but it just, I don't know, just wasn't really for me. But objectively, I think it's a good 2 thumbs up, and I think that they do a good job of giving explanations for, the world as it is. And yeah, so I think most people will have a fun time. I just kind of had it like, all right, time. Yeah, but I think most people are going to have a fun time with this. So good job, Nintendo, and keep up the good work. So that's all I have for this one. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you the next one. Bye.